What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. If you're new here, my name is Talon and I make new videos every week, so if you enjoy what you see here, consider clicking subscribe. I'm currently in a fairly remote destination, about an hour south of Moab, and today's adventure is something that was not originally on my travel plans. So unless you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, there's a good chance that you've seen this article right here across a ton of different news sources. On November 18th, 2020, the Utah Department of Public Safety Aero Bureau was working with the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources to conduct a count of bighorn sheep in a portion of southeastern Utah. While on this mission, they spotted an unusual object and landed nearby to investigate further. So a helicopter pilot and his crew were out here conducting some work, and they came across something that looks like this. They're calling it a monolith. Now, Utah's Department of Public Safety goes further to say the exact location of this installation is not being disclosed since it is in a very remote area. And if individuals were to attempt to visit the area, there is a significant possibility they may become stranded and require rescue. We are encouraging anyone who knows the location of the monolith to not attempt to visit it due to road conditions. So now would be a good time to mention that I do not recommend doing anything that you see here in this video. I'm currently on public land, so nothing that I'm doing here is illegal. However, what I'm about to do is probably going to go against the public safety recommendation. So with all of that being said, as you guys know, I have found the location of this monolith. Not me in particular, but there are sources out there on the internet who can find pretty much anything, and there are places that it's published. I'm not going to share that information because they don't want that shared. That being said though, I did my own research last night and I found a way to get on a trail up into this area that I'm at right now. So I have now marked the GPS location of the van and I am tracking my trail through a GPS app, so I'm trying to take as many safety precautions as possible. I got a bunch of gear loaded out in my backpack and I'm gonna walk along this canyon ridge down here to see if there is a route down to where this monolith supposedly is. Right from where I parked, it is about a 2-mile hike in a straight line, but because of these canyon walls here, my route is gonna be a little bit sporadic. Little stuff like this is no issue, of course, but once we get over to that drop off, that is where we might run into some issues. So I'm approaching the first edge of this canyon wall. At least I think we're getting pretty close. Whoa. Well, this just got a lot more difficult than I was planning on it being. There's absolutely no way someone is getting down there without ropes. But if I follow this ridge line, the monolith should be maybe about 1.5 miles that way. And it seems like this ridge tapers down at a point at the very end. So I guess we're going for a little bit of a hike now. I see a helicopter. So I'm standing right in line with where the monolith would be right now, up through this little wash right here, a little bit over to the right, and it looks like that helicopter is inspecting it for themselves. 100%, that's exactly what they're doing. Well, I've made it to the first thing that looks somewhat approachable. There's this giant slot canyon right here. I know I could make it down to there, but after this, it could just be a sheer cliff drop. I'm gonna chalk this one up as a no-go. Yeah, that would not have been a good idea going down there. So I'm approaching the tip of this ridge line, and if there's no safe route down through here, then unfortunately it's not happening for me today. Whoa, there's canyons over here too. Who would have thought? Now I don't suspect this monolith to be here for long. I do believe they are going to remove it, so chances are looking pretty slim right now. The only way I probably could approach it is if I rented a side-by-side, four-wheeler or something, and then took that out the road to get there. So this seems to be the end of the line for me. So the monolith is literally right about there, but there's no route down from up here. Guess it's time for a 2-mile hike back to the sat van. All right guys, fast forward about 2 hours and I am now down on the canyon floor. Perseverance, we're not giving up. Now the road that I found to get in here was not great, that's for sure. And I made it within a mile of where the monolith supposedly is. And then there was one really gnarly off-camber washout. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna park the van there, just go for a little hike for the rest of the way. There are definitely other people out here now, so it seems like the secret is out there on the internet and other people are curious like myself. But to be honest with you, this hasn't been too dangerous. Now looking at these canyon walls, I was an idiot to think that there might be a way to climb down there. The topo map that I was using wasn't that great. But that's besides the point because I think we are getting very close to where this thing is at. Road goes this way, but we're going this way up the wash. I just passed a group of hikers and without even saying hello or introducing myself, I just said, "Did you find it?" Because no one else is gonna be hiking out here in the middle of this canyon for no reason. They said, yep, it was pretty cool, and they recommended that I go up through this wash. And they said that it's pretty easy to get to. They also mentioned that there are some other people here, so I think we can expect some company. Look at all this rock erosion. What's up, guys? So after a long day of driving around the desert, we found it. This is a monolith right here that everyone has been talking about. These guys over here are locals, right? Yeah. We were just talking about how long it'll probably be until they either rip this out or turn it into a tourist attraction. Sorry to everyone who's into aliens like me, but I bet they have better technology than pop rivets. This thing's constructed pretty well.
It's for what it is, for sure.
Yeah.
It's flat on the top.
So you could like stand on top of it.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, I understand why they're mad about it because they like cut into the rock, but I thought it was square too, but it's a triangle. So that's it. If you guys want to find out the location, again, I'm not going to tell you, but it's very easy to find on the internet. We both found the location in the same spot, so it's not that hard. man, what an awesome day. So we found the monolith, and unfortunately it wasn't aliens, but it was pretty impressive that someone put that type of art installation out there, whatever you want to call it. Whoever did that also got everyone's hopes up, because myself and a lot of other people who are interested in like the mythical alien extraterrestrial stuff were waiting for something to be found. Since I was so close to this area, it was cool that I was able to at least go see that thing. And yeah, who knows if that's going to remain there for a while or if it's going to be removed. I definitely can't recommend going out there because it was a super remote location, and the road in and out of there, at least the one that I took, was pretty gnarly in some parts. But other than that, the Satvan did great. I am super happy with all of the modifications that I've done to it so far, and of course it allows me to go to those remote locations. From there, it was a beautiful trip back into civilization. I got dinner at my favorite Mexican place down in Moab, and then from there I headed through Moab. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and there was a ton of traffic going into Moab. It was like bumper to bumper for about a mile leading into town, so it seems like there are some other people out there who are adventuring for the holidays, and that's pretty cool to see. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like on it, share it with your friends if someone has shared that article with you. It was really cool to see in person while it is still there. If you want to see more cool adventures like this all around the country, consider clicking subscribe because it really helps out my channel, and I do make new videos every single week. So that's going to be all for today. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.